Very soon the time will tell. You telling me the things you're gonna do for me. I ain't blind and I don't like what I think I see. Taking it to the street. Taking it to the street. Taking it to the street. No more need for running. To the street. Oh, no, no. Take this message to my brother. You will find him everywhere. Wherever people live together. Tied in poverty's despair. Are you telling me the things you're gonna do for me? I ain't blind and I don't like what I think I see. Taking it to the street. Taking it to the street. Taking it to the street. No more need for running. Hey, yeah. Taking it to the street. Taking it, taking it. Taking it to the street. No more need for hiding.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, we are coming to you straight from Theatre for the New City. This afternoon we present to you a new musical written and directed by myself, Crystal Fields, with music composed and arranged by Joseph Vernon Banks and performed live by our miraculous and wonderful Street Theatre Company. So Joe Banks, composer who we never see during the show, would you like to say hello to the audience?
Of course. Hello, everybody. Besides composing and arranging, I'm usually behind the keyboards. We miss the parks desperately, especially Washington Square Park. And I hope you enjoy the show, and we'll hopefully see you very soon.
Okay, we'll see you on the other side. So there are no permits for performances in the park during August. September, maybe. So we will be seeing you every Saturday and Sunday live online at 2 p.m. And this performance is dedicated to the wonderful and miraculous and important Washington Square Park. We love you, Washington Square Park, in a diverse and beautiful neighborhood. So, without said anymore, don't forget to donate to all the little theaters. We are the lifeblood of the cultural life of this city. And with that said, sit back and enjoy Liberty or Just Us.
This train is bound for glory, this train. This train is bound for glory, this train. This train is bound for glory, don't carry nothing but the righteous and the holy. This train is bound for glory, this train. Ooh. And this train don't carry no gamblers, this train. This train don't carry no gamblers, this train. This train don't carry no gamblers, liars, cheaters, and big shot ramblers. This train is bound for glory, this train.
Sometimes it seems like we're all in our little boxes, separate from each other. hiding our real feelings behind a little mask.
Sparkling eyes trying to say I love you.
Or I'm feeling blue and I want company.
Or you hurt my feelings the other day and now I'm angry.
Sometimes, these days, it feels like politeness and good manners count more than hugging.
And kissing.
And cuddling is definitely out of fashion.
So we are here to
at beautiful Washington Square Park
today to let you know that this is a time of change. This is a time of transition. This is a time of more togetherness.
Together.
More than we have ever had before. This
at
is a
beautiful
time.
Washington Square Park.
Sam. This this is a time when we make the leap to the next highest step on the great ladder of civilization. We are on that train.
That plane.
That rocket ship.
Called Planet Earth, speeding toward the glory of a better humanity. Speeding. And if we don't burn up in the fire of lies and deceits.
And if we don't fall over the edge by falling asleep again, like we've done so many times before.
So many times!
And if you don't forget the great gifts and all different parts that people have given to history,
we will make that jump together. So, dear audience, we want you to sing with us. New words to old tunes, new tunes to old and ancient ideas. New ideas to...
That's for sure.
Fam, shut up! So, we are going to sing This Train. And at the end of each section, you, dear audience, have to sing This Train. Get it?
They got it. Get it? Got it. Good.
Okay, here we go.
This train don't carry no race haters. This train don't carry no race haters. This train don't carry no race haters, no dictators, and no race baiters. This train don't carry no race haters. This train
don't carry police brutality. This train don't carry no police brutality. This train don't carry no police brutality. Police brutality is immorality. This train don't carry no police brutality.
this train making tracks up the ladder. This train climbing up Jacob's ladder. This train. We don't want to see a world in tatters. We want to see a world where Black Lives Matters. This train climbing up Jacob's ladder. This train.
This train don't snatch no children. This train
Don't snatch no children. This train.
snatch those children right at the border.
They could be your sister, brother, son, or daughter. This train don't snatch no children. This train.
This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train.
Gonna write history, a brand new story. This train is bound for glory.
This train
This train.
This train
This train.
This train.
This train.
This train.
This train.
This train This train This train
That was great.
A lot of the audience sang too.
We did really good. Woohoo!
It all began quite some time ago, before I was a parks manager, you know. I'm a parks manager. That's parks.nyc.gov. Well, before I was a parks manager, I was a parks attendant. Now, my job, entailed picking up a lot of pigeon droppings, cleaning the trash, cutting the grass, making sure the kids didn't get
Well, you were pretty slow, as I recall.
Yeah, he was worthless.
Too young for the job.
But always fun to be with.
He was one of those guys who was always there before he had to be there.
He drank too much beer.
Yeah, but he never drank on the job.
Mr. Efficiency, he acted like he knew more about the job than you did.
Well, he did know more about the job than you did.
What's that supposed to mean?
What do you mean, what's that supposed to mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean that's supposed to mean that he knows more about the job than I do?
I mean exactly what I mean when I'm saying what I mean. When he knows more about the job than you did. Of course, you didn't have the job.
Now, wait a minute. Wait, hold it. Hold it. Now, we're here to talk to the people. Tell them, make them feel better. How are we going to do that if we're fighting amongst ourselves?
Well, we got our differences.
Okay, you got differences. But somewhere along the line, you're going to have to come together.
I ain't never coming together with him.
Why not?
Why not? I mean, he don't look like me. He don't dress like me. And he don't eat the same food as me.
Yeah, but I saw you two together just a couple of weeks ago.
Saw us together.
Basketball. You were playing basketball.
Oh, well, that was different. That was in the park.
That was in the park? Yeah, that was in the park. City parks. They have a long history in this city.
Hey, here's a question from our audience. Guy from the chat room.
Okay, fire away.
Do you have any good memories from your park?
Oh, I do. That's where I had my birthday one time. Balloons, games, soda. Oh, and a cake.
Anybody else? Hey, Crystal, what about you?
Well, when I was a little girl, a long time ago, my mom used to put me and my little sister in the playground. I was 5, she was 4, and my mom would say, now do not go out, do not leave this playground. Oh, well, okay. So, she'd say, I'm going to work, and I'm going to fetch you at lunchtime. So, we stayed in that park. I mean, we had a great time. We felt safe, but, oh, wait, there was a lady in the little park's house, in the playground. Oh, yeah. She wore a white dress. We called her the Parks Lady. And she kind of sort of took care of that park. Wow. She took care of that playground. Like if you fell down and you scraped your knee, she had a Band-Aid. And she used to give out stuff. You could borrow stuff. Sure. Like checkers and a volleyball. Oh, wow. She even gave out the net. Oh, yeah.
Here, catch.
We felt safe in that playground. But outside, there was always trouble.
City parks, a long history. And somehow the protest always spilled out into the parks.
I didn't hear you talking about no protest.
Yeah, well, I'm doing it now. For every 100 battles, yeah. For every 100 battles fought and lost, we won 1 or 2. There were so many battles fought. I can only name a few. That blue wall of silence, that Trump wall of hate are only 2 of many walls that we must obliterate. We're in the middle of a battle for the soul. Some say it is the best of times. Some say it is the worst of times. But it is not the first of times that we have breached that wall. Each time the crack grows wider, each time the people's voices sound, maybe this time it is forever. And that wall comes tumbling down. The year was 1911. Girls at sewing machines, sewing for pennies for hire. The triangle shirtwaist factory fire. Girls, immigrants, Russian, Jewish, Italian, young, locked doors, girls screaming, the building old, corroding, the air filled with cotton dust, exploding, girls screaming, give me a dying hand, give me your hand, and we will jump before we jump. Tell me your name. Rachel. Natasha. Jump before the raging flames. Audience, sing We Will Not Sleep. We will not sleep. We will not sleep. We will not sleep till we have a word. We will not sleep. Oh, we will not sleep. We will not sleep. We will fight on. Death, pain without rest. And then there came the protests.
120,000 people in Washington Square Park.
And we got a lot out of that. Building safety codes, mandated firefighting systems.
The Ladies Garment Workers Union, ILGWU.
Nah.
And Women's Day, a national celebration.
Yes. Fast forward to, the year was 1931. The fight against Jim Crow had just begun. They called it the Scottsboro case. Yeah. They called them the Scottsboro boys. They had names. Haywood, Clarence, Charlie, Andy, Olin, Orrin, Osbuzine. Their ages 12 to just 18. 12 years of age to 18 years. Wrongly accused. Oh, they were wrongly convicted, sentenced to death by an all-white jury in an atmosphere of terror and fear. And then came the protests.
50,000 people in Union Square Park.
Yeah, you better preach that history, my brother. Together, black and white fought the police attack and gave that war another crack.
4 years. 4 years of fighting for their innocence, and they were exonerated.
And we got jury diversification, laws against all-white juries, new laws against unfair and unequal court proceedings. And the Scottsboro case fueled the civil rights movement as it caught fire.
Okay, 1934, the Hunger March.
Unemployment.
Layoffs. Breadlines.
Hunger.
A hunger rally in Union Square Park.
35,000 people. They were called an angry mob, but they were unarmed. They marched from Union Square Park to City Hall. billy clubs, cracked heads, their blood in the street.
But we got unemployment insurance and Social Security and the rise of organized labor.
We also got unions.
Nothing is ever lost. Even battles lost feed the next, and that one feeds the next, and so on, until the one that wins. Nothing is ever lost. Nothing. I dreamed I saw Joe Hill last night, alive as you and me. Says I, but Joe, you're 10 years dead. I never died, says he. I never died, says he. The copper bosses killed you, Joe. They shot you, Joe, says I. Takes more than guns to kill a man, says Joe. I didn't die, says Joe. I didn't die. And standing there as big as life and smiling with his eyes, says Joe, what they forgot to kill went on to organize, went on to organize. From San Diego up to Maine, in every mine and mill, where working folks defend their rights, that's where you'll find Joe Hill. That's where you'll find Joe Hill. I dreamed I saw Joe Hill last night, alive as you and me. Says I, but Joe, you're 10 years dead. I never died, says he. I never died, says he.
1939, the song Strange Fruit. Billie Holiday at the top of her career. They told her not to sing it, but she sang it anyway. And she paid a price for that. And the world heard it. And this song was sung in streets and parks, in night vigils and daytime rallies. It became the rallying cry for the NAACP. Hey, Cheryl, can you sing it for us?
Yes, I can. I played Billie Holiday last year in a show. And you know, before she sang, she always put a gardenia in her hair. Southern trees bear a strange fruit, blood on the leaves, and blood at the root. Strange fruit hanging from the poplar trees. Pastoral scenes of the gallant South, the bulging eyes and the twisted mouth, scent of magnolia, sweet and fresh. Then the sudden smell of burning flesh. Here is a fruit for the crows to pluck, for the rain to gather, for the wind to suck, for the sun to rot, for the trees to drop. and bitter cry.
Yes. We make the jump to
1967 Spring Mobilization March against the war in Vietnam.
200,000 people in Central Park. Young men burn their draft cards. And flower power. George Harris III, flower name Hibiscus, put a flower into the gun of one of the members of the 503rd Military Police Battalion facing protesters on October 23rd, Washington, D.C.
And we stopped that terrible war and we put our boys back home.
The Vietnam War, built on a lie. The American public lied to.
882,000 Vietnamese killed.
58,202 American young men killed.
Can it happen again?
Can it really happen again? Yes, it can happen again!
It did happen again.
And again!
And again.
But each time we knew a little more. Each time we knew a little more about what was really going on.
1969, the Stonewall Inn. This really was a riot. Gays in high heels walked from 7th Avenue to Hudson Street and gathered in Little Christopher Park. Police raid. The police came to close down one of the only bars and clubs that could be a meeting place for social togetherness, a haven for gays and lesbians, at a time when to be a homosexual was illegal.
Hey, I slay. You don't want this smoke. Oh, yeah. I may be swish, but get this wish. I won't be beaten anymore. No. And if I'm trans, I'm gonna dance in skirt and pants on the ballroom floor. So don't re-educate me and don't redefine my soul. I am me and I am free. I'm LGBT. Oh, don't tag me, don't close me down. 'Cause I got a strong right arm that ends up in a fist. Yes. And a heart of courage with the two. All right now. Beneath my velvet gown, I will no longer live in fear. Oh no, no! A billy club pepper spray, as I was wont to do. Call 911, tell the po-po, I'm not afraid of you. This time, we don't take flight. No! This time, we stay and fight for LGBTQ. Honey, meet you.
And plus,
no fuss.
We've come a long way since then.
You know, Tommy and me, we're getting married next week. Tommy.
Bernard.
Where can I come?
Prospect Park, and no, you can't come.
Social distancing. Only the witnesses.
But when this virus lets up, we will all celebrate.
Maybe.
But
Things are a lot better for us now than they were. But now we face a new threat. The strength of all of us has pushed against the 1% that own the great wealth of this country.
Remember Occupy Wall Street.
2011.
Zuccotti Park. Thousands of young people, brave, camped out, waiting, knowing they would be destroyed.
Whatever happened to that library? Didn't they have a library?
3,000 books, I think.
Nah, they had 5,554 books.
What are you worried about a library for? You got to worry whether our grandchildren are going to have a planet to live on.
I read.
We gotta have solar and wind.
We gotta go women and men.
We gotta go education, education, education.
We gotta go equal start in this horse race hunting.
We won some heavy fights, but even our losses brought us forward. Two big ones, the Iraq War.
The weapons of mass destruction lie.
It's 500,000 people protesting in the park. More people than ever before.
And this ain't no horse race. It's the human race.
Yeah, and it's the race against time.
We gotta go forward to a new way in this world.
But the powers that be are not going quietly into that good night.
They're going to continue to gut the earth, to rule the world with great armies, to police the world, to protect themselves for their plastic bubble castles.
Yeah, they think that when this planet gives out, they can take refuge on the moon and be warmed by some distant star.
Private jets to Mars?
You know, Black Lives Matter. They stand on the shoulders of the draft card burners.
The flower children.
The Zuccotti Park 99%ers.
The Black Power movement.
The Young Lords.
The Dakota Access Pipeline Fighters.
So many white people know that Black lives aren't going to get any better without white life support.
And white lives aren't going to get any better without Black life support.
Yeah, we in this together from the jump.
And don't forget the Dakota Access Pipeline Fighters. My friend up from Bayamon, she wrote a song about it. She calls it Earth Cry. Grito de tierra. Toma. Hey, okay. Muéstrame. Oh. Muéstrame tu cara. No puedo amarte. No, para ser tu hombre. No me gusta amarte. No comparto tu cama. Una corporación no es una persona. Una corporación no es una persona. No es una persona. Muéstrame tu cara. Cara. Nunca dormiré contigo. No puedo amarte, nunca estaré contigo, nadie.
Yo soy la tierra. Tú eres el enemigo. Mantén tu aceite sucio. No corras tu veneno por mi vena.
Don't take me to your party. You think you're a smarty? Your real face is what I see. You will never love me, cause you wanna kill me. Your pipeline oil is dirty.
I am the earth, her energy, and your dirty oil will poison me. The veins of my rivers are delicate and tiny. You will destroy me. Don't run your pipeline through me.
Muéstrame tu cara, ríndete un poco, consigue muchos, give us a little, you get a bundle, ríndete un poco, ríndese, ríndese, give up, ríndese, ríndese, give up, ríndese, muéstrame tu cara, show me your face.
And with all the protesting going on, rubber bullets flying, tear gas, helicopters buzzing, cars driving into unarmed protesters, the despicable, disgusting death of George Floyd, just the tip of the iceberg of deaths of people of color. And while we're yelling, get off our neck, we face another enemy. The COVID-19 virus taught us a lot. And we will take those lessons to heart.
Have we not been through hell and back with assorted cures from every phony hack and quack?
Our resident president suggested bleach.
And the rest of the world so far out of reach. Old New York, the epicenter, its soul so bruised and torn, its spirit sore and tender, its nerves so frayed and worn.
6 degrees of separation became 6 feet. No reparation, no recompense, no thank you in newspaper, blog, or street convention.
As Grandpa said on his deathbed, no respect for good intention.
But we stood strong, we wore our masks, we kept our distance as we passed. We cried for our children and mourned our dead. We smiled at naysayers and frowned at the smirkers and prayed to God for our essential workers. And we began to see quite clearly the discrepancy between those who have and those who don't, and those who try and those who won't. We gained respect for, and in New York fashion, with no abatement, we made masks a fashion statement. And with no vaccine, no cure in sight, with misery and cold isolation, the only game in town, we the most crowded, fun-loving, boisterous city and state, we see the numbers going down. And we think, have we given up that which makes us shine? Which puts us above the other 49. And the answer comes back loud and clear. New York's been brave in time of fear. New York's been tough and strong, but also loving as it can. Say to its neighbor, woman, man. We wear our heart to protect you. We keep our distance for that same reason too. And when this hell is over and the clouds part, to show us once again a sky so soft, so blue, We'll fight like hell for jobs and rent relief and medical care that we can all afford. And a good cultural base, theater, music, dance. Yes, we'll give off-Broadway its chance. And say congratulations to a city and state that for once decided to cooperate. We did it for all of us, for me and you, for a city and state that's tough and strong, but loving to New York.
Would someone like to speak a little about COVID-19 or whether they've been in the protest?
Oh, yes, I've been in a protest, although I didn't intend to be in the protest, but they marched right past my house. So the next thing I knew, I was walking along and singing songs and feeling that old camaraderie. And it reminded me of 1968 when I used to sneak off from my parents' house and go down to march with Dr. Martin Luther King. And I got to thinking, some 52 years later, we're still marching for the same things.
Yeah, well, that Freedom March came right by my house, uptown in Washington Heights. Everybody was gathered. Toda la gente, los dominicanos, los boricua, there were Native Americans. We were sharing sunscreen, passing water. There were even tamales. It was beautiful. We went down to 125 Adam Clayton Powell, and we stood there. We stood strong, shouting, Black Lives Matter, shouting no justice, no peace, saying the names. We stood strong and we stood together.
Why are we screaming and yelling and tearing down statues?
Because things have got to change. It's not just equal pay for equal work for women.
It's not just that I'm Black and I want to walk out in the streets in my city and feel safe.
It's not just that I came here as a child and lived here my whole young life and I want citizenship.
It's not just that I am in a wheelchair, but I can navigate an office. I know Excel and Microsoft Word.
It's not just that I was born into poverty or grew up in poverty and demand the public support to grow to the comfort level of 3 square meals a day and a roof over my head.
It's not just that. We've got to stop killing the earth and destroying our planet by extracting her guts.
It's not just that I won't call the police, because if they come, they may murder me.
It's not just that we are the greatest military presence on the world, and there are people starving right here in this country.
It's all those things. The whole system's got to change.
Is that a revolution?
That's a revolution.
Call it a revolution or call it baseball. But this time, it's gonna happen.
This time, we're in it together.
The people united can never be defeated.
And we are marching. Marching together to a new way, a new time, a new day for us all.
There is a time and not far off when we will see the sun. We are moving through the night with claws that catch and jaws that bite. But we can catch the dark.
We hold each other in arms. If
are many, once we were few, but things are never what they seem, and through that dream we grew,
and from that dream we now awake to make that dream come true.
Jump, jump with us, make that leap. The future's yours, it's ours to give and yours to keep. So when November comes around and the tension mounts, grab your hat and get your coat, put on your mask, go out and vote, because my darling, your vote counts. The voices of the voting booth, the voices of the streets. We're voting with the ballot, and we're voting with our feet. So we're voting, and we're marching, we're walking, and we're talking about tomorrow as we step along the way. Our arms reach out to you. Reach out to you to say, come with us into tomorrow. Do not be afraid, for we will be together. And tomorrow is today. Yeah!
Out of this production, and this performance is dedicated to our beautiful Washington Square Park. And we will see you every Saturday and Sunday at 2 p.m. And don't forget to donate, and we will see you then. Ciao.
We'll see you next time, folks. We love you. Don't forget to vote, and be safe. Peace.
Hola amigos, vota, te vota. Vote or they will throw you out. Love you, get well, Ellie, Hartino,
Telling me the things you're gonna do for me. I ain't blind and I don't like what I think I see.
We love you, first responders. We love all. Get out and vote! Get out and vote!
The post office. Take this message to my brother. You will find him everywhere. Wherever people live together. Tied in poverty's despair. Are you telling me the things you're gonna do for me?
We wish to thank the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, the Vida Foundation, the New York State Council on the Arts, our audiences, our neighbors, our friends, the Booth Ferris Foundation, Joe Bratcher in memory of Adam Bratcher, the Vida Foundation. Hey, you know what? We couldn't do it without you, but we sure as heck are doing it with you. And we will see you in the clouds, online, and for sure one day in the